Joe, just got done doing a little hike up in the mountains, but today I'm going to be talking about apartment investing. So today's chapter is about something that's very famous right now, which is apartment complex investing, multi-home investing. Now I have this little saying at the dojo, okay, that says that if you're new to real estate investing and you're thinking about buying apartment complexes, then you've been sold. Yep, someone sold you on a dream. Why do I say this? Well, if you haven't been to the gym and today was your first day at the gym and you were going to go do squats, right? Everybody knows what a squat is. The ones that go like this, right? You come up, you're going to do a squat. You wouldn't go in there, you haven't been to the gym say 5 years, 10 years, and get on the squat machine, not that little machine, the actual bar, and put up 1045s on one side, another 1045s on one side, and do a squat. You wouldn't do that, right? Oh, hey, I'm gonna blow my bag with 3 years of renewal for 15 years. But you have the option to renew it. But in this case, they may not want to renew it, your loan. And now, if you want to do investing in apartment complexes, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying, hey, learn the foundation of the business first, okay? You need to have a lot of money. You need to have a lot of experience, okay? Because you're putting all your money into one egg basket. That's it. You're putting everything you got into this one ship, right? Now, if the ship catches on fire, then everything you got's out. If the economy goes somewhere and the banks wants to call the loan in and you got to go refinance and there's not enough equity because the market's crashed, then everything's gone. Okay? So those are some important things you have to think about. And you're not just signing up for a $100,000 loan or $200,000 loan. You're signing up for $14 million or whatever. Now, some people say, well, hey, it's cheaper to fix a roof for, 100 units versus one. I absolutely agree with that, right? I agree with them on that. But if you have 50 houses, or if you have 200 houses, and you have a relationship with that contractor, so it's kind of like the same exact thing. That guy's going to go do that one. It's going to give you the same exact thing. Now, the materials might be a little bit more because everyone's different. It's going to be a little bit higher price. Okay, I agree. But there's a lot of advantages that this doesn't have. For example, if there's a flood, right, and I have a bunch of apartment complexes, homes, and there's a flood and 25% of them get messed up, well, I still got my other 75. But if I have this one apartment complex and I have 200 units on it, and there's a flood, all it goes. Sure, I have insurance, but do you understand what I'm saying, guys? You are putting all your money into one basket. So, single residential investing is a great business, even for the big guys, right? And in my opinion, I think it's a better way to do it. Why do I say it's a better way to do it? Because you get to diversify, so you're not in all one area. So if this market crashes or this section crashes, you don't get the effects. If your property gets burned down, not all your property gets burned down. If a flood, same thing, not all your properties get down. And if you have multiple units in a specific area, you're able to control the rents in that specific area, okay? So there's a lot of benefit. And with the homes, you're able to get a lot of owner financing. You're able to get a lot of non-recourse loan. Most people don't know what a non-recourse is. So when I say it, you're like, oh, whatever. You're just going as one ear and the other. But a non-recourse means that you don't have to personally sign a personal note, which means that if you default, the bank is not going to come hurt your credit. They're not going to come after you for the deficiencies. Let me repeat that one more time, guys, because it's so important. With individual direct owners, I can set up non-recourse loans, all right, all day long. Now, with Stinky Banker that has to give me $100,000, I can't do that. Or I gotta shop around to find one out of a million that's willing to do a non-recourse loan. Okay? Do you see why these other guys are out here talking about how great apartment complex is? because they understand what I understand, and they're trying to syndicate money. What is syndicate money? To get a bunch of people to give one 10, one 100, 150, so they could go tackle down this big one. But the guys that brought the money in, they're only getting crumbs. Where the guy that created the syndication, he's becoming the champ. And I'm not blaming that. That's the way it should be, because the guys that bring the little crumbs don't have the sophistication as the guy syndicating the money. But that's why I'm trying to tell you, you should get into single residential homes so you could develop your foundation. So you could be eventually the one syndicating the damn money. Does that make sense? I hope you understand what I'm saying, because by you doing that, you can get non-recourse loan. You can have majority of the deal with no money of your own. You can have all the deal with no risk of your own. Have other people's money. Now, there's a lot of benefits of owning apartment complexes, and there's a lot of benefits of owning single residential homes. There's cons with owning apartment complexes, and there's cons with owning single residential homes. But you're a fool if you're fucking new, you haven't done a deal, or you're just in business for 1 or 2 years, you just like a couple of years now, you think you're ready to buy an apartment complex. And you'll probably get it. I'm not saying they're not going to give it to you. That's the thing. They're going to give it to you, but you're going to get hooked when the market goes crash down and they want their fucking money. They're not going to keep financing you. And no one's lending because your property just gone down millions of dollars because you bought it in the very top. Now, if you want to buy apartment complexes, this is not the time to do it. If you look around right now, rents are up all over America. Majority of places, okay? The places I've gone to, from Dallas to Colorado, Boulder, Las Vegas, okay? They're building everywhere apartment complexes, the places that I've gone to. Maybe in your states it's different. Everywhere. Rents are up. But guess what? They're building single residential homes, they're building apartment complexes, and there's already an infrastructure of old apartment complexes. And when the market crashes, which will, what do you think is going to happen in all these apartment complexes? The ones that are half being built, the ones that are being sold to the rich people, and the top people are like, for one bedroom, they want $600,000. What do you think is going to happen to that? What do you think is going to happen to all these brand new A apartment buildings? What do you think is going to happen to all the B and C? Okay? That's the time to start getting into apartment complexes. Now's the worst time to buy. All the big money wants to buy apartment complexes. All the big money, they're buying houses. What was that guy that's investing in stocks? They bought a brokerage firm in Dallas. Berkshire Hathaway. Right? I'm very confident they're probably buying real estate. Not only that's why they bought the brokerage firm, because as an investor, I created my own brokerage firm because I didn't want to pay all the commissions and I want to know all the information. So that guy's same exact way. Right? So apartment complexes is a great investment. Single residence homes is a great investment. You have to understand, where are you? What is your built? Are you 6'10", or are you just a 4-foot midget? Because that's going to determine how much weight you can lift, man. You got to be realistic with that. How much education do you have? Okay? Do you have this much education, or do you have that much education? And I'm not talking about just because you have a PhD or a master's. No, dude. Business education is a different story to, be around people that are business, but you're not the one in the ring taking the punches. It's not you risking your money. It's not you, when you risk your money, have the positive faith that's going to work out, and instead of having the fear that, what if this is not going to work? What if that's not going to work? See, you're not, So what am I saying to you guys? Be smart enough. Do your due diligence, okay? In America, you can become a millionaire selling corn out of a little roaster for $3 a cup, and you have 10 locations like the guy that used to buy corn from in Dallas, and Harry Hines, the bazaar. That guy hardly spoke any English, and he had like 10 locations, and he had all these people working for him, just one location, like 6, 7 people, and he had 10 of these things. He was making a lot of money, right? And then you could have people start a moving company, make a lot of money, pizza place make a lot of money, and you can go all the way down to apartment complexes, guys. So the grass is so green. The question is, what do you want? And what are you good at? And what are you willing to sacrifice And what are you willing to risk? Because risking an apartment complex, you're risking everything into one boat, into one basket. Where if you're doing single residential homes, you have more opportunities to fuck up and not matter because they're just smaller. Now, every fuck up, every punch hurts, but it will not be the knockout punch. Where if you go to an apartment complex and the market crashes, boom, you don't know any, you have no experience, and you just got in debt $100 million, $50 million. You only had a job before, you never been an entrepreneur before. And also last thing, guys, if you look around right now, everyone's talking about real estate, guys. Everyone. Facebook, Twitter, this guy, all these guys are talking about real estate. Everywhere you look, do TV, radio. Everyone. People that never been realtors running into being realtors. People that were realtors before that lost their job and became secretaries or going back and becoming realtors. You know, everyone. So it's not too hard to do deals now. The banks are lending. Like, here you go, dude. Here's the money. You hear the radio, TVs. You got no money down? We can lend to you. You got shitty credit? We got you. Okay? They're all getting drunk right now off their booze. But it's coming, dude. The crash is coming. And guess what? It's going to be a party for me and anybody that's been listening to me. Because we're going to go out there and pick up deals for barely nothing. Dude's going to let me take over their payments. Because the news told them it was bad. The stock was crashing. They lost their money. The taxi guy did everything. They're going to say how horrible it is. Right? And they're willing to just give me their property. How do I know? Because I was there in 2007, fourth quarter. I made a lot of money at that time. When everybody was running this way, I went in. And for just $1, I could tie up a property, $10. I could just buy a house with just taking over their payments. There was a situation where people give me money to take over their payments. I don't have to give them any money. They pay for the closing. There's all kinds of stuff. And even today, even in a good economy, look on Facebook, look on YouTube, look on, some people are doing deals. So if you're new and you haven't done a deal, this is the perfect time. Everyone can do deals. So but here's the thing. You should get in here right now and practice. And this should just be a practice. You shouldn't even worry about how much money you make. Because the real money is coming when the crash comes. Okay? The last crash, I didn't know anything about real estate. I was an entrepreneur. My parents are refugees. My dad sells ice cream in an ice cream truck. My mom's illiterate. I didn't know anything about real estate. But I made a lot of money. Put $1,000 down, made $100, paid $3,000 down, made $100. I bought properties with just step into people's shoes, man. But this time, I know better, right? That's why I'm traveling America, so I can learn the area, so when the crash comes, now I become a landlord nationwide, or with the areas that I want. Questions? Go ahead. I want to get some water. That's a very, very good question. I only invest in single residential homes, man, not apartment complexes. When the crash does come, I am going to get into the commercial part. I don't know if you guys remember 2007 fourth quarter, the commercial sector got beat up even more than the residential sector, but it just wasn't on the news. Okay. Now, I was just in Denver, and even though Denver commercial has, Denver real estate has doubled in the last 10 years, okay? Right where I was, Superior, okay? Right, which is right between Boulder and Denver, and many other places that I went to, like what is it called, Westheimer or Westminster, and even Aurora, right? There was a lot of commercial buildings that were not being rented out, okay? They were empty, even though residential property had doubled, okay? And now some of these places, like we went to one, it was right across the Starbucks. It was a big commercial building that, you know, there was like Starbucks was in it and some other ones, but the majority, they said it was been vacant for like 6-7 years. And they were going to do is tear that place down. It was like a mall. They were going to tear it down and build apartment complexes, which basically supports what I'm saying. In that one area, in that 5-6 months that we were in Denver checking out the area, man, how many apartment complexes did they start building? I lost count. Right by my house, it was like one there, one there. They were going to tear that mall down. They were just building them. And so what, man? And then when the crash comes, halfway built, and there's so many other ones being built inside of Denver. Everywhere you go in Denver, they're just building these apartment complexes high as hell. It's going to be a big opportunity to make money, guys, for everybody. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. Don't take no for answer. A couple other things. If you want to learn how to do a real estate deal, okay, or if you want to do a deal in your first 59 days, if you're tired around searching online, reading forums, buying books, I'm going to step up and build a community with you guys, and I want to hold your hand and help you do a deal, okay? I got 11 intern positions open that I'm going to work direct with you. You got to invest $325 in my mother course, and that has the foundation of the business. We talk about owner financing, options, lease options, note creations, fix and flips, landlording. I mean, the whole aspect. We talk about cold calling, and basically I'm showing you exactly what you need to do to go find a motivated seller so you come back to me and I can help you get that first deal. And I don't want any of the money, okay, of your check. Just a shout out that, hey, Mike helped me. That's it. So we got 11 spots open. If you haven't done a deal, I highly recommend to stop going from video blog to video blog, from forums to forums to Facebook. Like, all these guys have these sales funnels. I'm the only one who's going to step up because I know if I can help you get where you're trying to go to, I'm going to help me get what I'm trying to go to. And I'm willing to work for free. I've been doing this for 3 years, got over 500 videos on YouTube, okay? So if you haven't done a deal and you want to do your first deal, get in my intern program, commit to the 325 to get your education, the foundation. There's over 171 chapters that talks about sales, negotiation, cold calling, websites, how to set up your website, how to do Facebook marketing, everything you need to get on your foot on the ground to run. It's like buying a franchise. And then you're going to get the support you need to get your check, only if you're willing to send me a shout out with a picture of your check. I don't even want the fucking check. I don't even want a half of it or a quarter of it or 1%. I don't want any of it. That's your money. I'm willing to fucking do it for free for you. Because the more people I help, the better places I'm going to go to. And it makes me feel really good. That's the whole reason I started this channel, guys. Whenever I feel bad, I like to help out people. It makes me feel better. So if you want to do a fucking deal, I'm going to waive my $25,000. Invest into the mother course. Get on my website, myrealestatedojo.com. Type in the mother course. Retail is $1,500. I'm letting you have it for $325 because I want to get you your check. Okay? Just look at the reviews. We just launched it, like it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The reviews are coming in. It's going to take a while because there's 171 chapters, over 100 hours of advanced training. Not only do I show you all that stuff, plus I have a bonus book that I give you where to find these people. Where do I find these people? So you can go and find them so I can help you get your check. And then I also have an action plan for you to get your first 1 to 3 deals in 59 days. This is the same exact plan that I use with my students that pay me the 25, and they've gotten deals. And you can go to my YouTube channel, on my website, click on the proof section, and listen to their stories. I won't let you down. Commit. Don't let yourself down. Not because the grass is green right now. Okay? I think this is the worst time to get in real estate right now. But it's a great time. It's so easy to do deals because everybody and their mama wants to get into this business. That's why it's easy. But that's not why I'm telling you to get into this. I am saying get into this, get into the punching, get your cardio up, because when the fucking crash comes, it's going to be a gold mine. You're able to get deals for nothing. You're going to have people that are going to give you money to take over their payments if you know how to negotiate. If you already have the experience, the next crash is going to give you a lot of money. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to buy properties right now. I'll take a couple, but I'm building my stamina when the crash comes. And guys, if you don't think the crash is coming, then you're a fool. You're a fool, dude. Anybody that tells you that this now is a fucking fool. They're trying to sell you something. I'm ready for the crash because I'm not selling anything. I'm ready to buy. Why is the crash coming? Let me remind you guys one more time. Real estate is all-time high. Stocks, all-time high. Bonds, all-time high. Bitcoins, all-time high. Interest rate, all-time low. The petrodollars. Okay, you don't know what petrodollars is? Check my YouTube channel. Check my website. The petrodollar is getting cut down by China and Russia and the BRICS. They're creating their own world currency. And it's backed by gold. Not the fiat dollar that the Americans based on. So many of you guys don't know none of this stuff because they don't show it on TV, on CNN, and NBC. But I'm telling you, it's coming. And guess what? Since we are the world currency, the petrodollar, we're like this. All these other countries' currency are like this. All right? All of them. Euros, rupees, all of them, they're like this. And it's like a domino effect. One of these falls, all of them are going to fall. Why? Because they're all tied in to the US dollar, which is the petrodollar. What does the petrodollar mean? It means that any world currency, this is what makes America so powerful, guys. Any world currency that wants to buy oil or gas, it doesn't matter, you have to use US. And that's because the OPEC and the America have some kind of deal. That's why we give them all these guns and all this stuff, right? Saudi Arabia, they're the boss of the OPEC almost, the gang leader. And we have a deal with them that anyone in the world wants to buy oil, they have to use the US dollar. So what does that mean? That all these countries have to buy the US dollars to settle their oil. Because every country in the world needs, that's the only commodity that every country in the world needs. Right? Now, here's the thing, guys. In India, 1 ounce is worth exactly the same price of 1 ounce of gold here. So 1 ounce of gold in America is the same exact price of an ounce there. But $1 of America is 50 times more powerful than $1 of rupees. That's what the Federal Reserve has done. That's why we have such a good life in America. We're slaving all these other people because $1 is 50 times more powerful. Right? But here's the thing. There's a price for that. We're the world currency, and our shit is based on fiat, and our companies and the people and the government is in debt up the ass. And same thing with all the other countries that are sitting this like this. Germany, France. I mean, you could go there and there's like a civil war. People going broke. Greece, all these countries, right? And their money is based on this money. And the petrodollar is going to be getting wiped out very soon, or we're going to go to war. Because Russia and China, they have their own world currency they created, but it's backed by gold. So that means that if you want to buy gas from them, you will just pay them at their money currency, and then you can take their money and go get gold with it. You don't have to just take their currency and take it to your banks. You can trade it for gold. Because everywhere in the world, gold's gold. One ounce of gold in America has the same exact price in Russia, in India, in Iran. It doesn't matter. The only thing that's different is the paper dollar, the fiat dollar. Now, why am I explaining this stuff for you? Because the crash is coming, guys. And you can see. And it's not going to be just the local crash. It's going to be it has a potential to be a worldwide crash. And guess what, guys? That's why I started buying gold, December of last year. Right? And when the crash comes, not only my gold going to be more, but it's going to be a subject to heaven. It's going to be owner financing heaven. It's going to be creative financing heaven. People are going to be motivated. They lost all their wealth in their 401ks and their homes. They have all this debt. The credit card companies, the banks are getting tight with their lending like they didn't last. Apartment complexes are being built left and right. And guess what? It's going to be burning. And if you're willing to run into the fire like I did, you're going to make some money. And that's why you need to get my mother course, because I show you everything about this business, because I want to help you to buy some of your deals today, but more importantly when the crash comes. So this deal is exactly what I use for my business. And I'm willing to help the next 11 people get your first check totally for free. I'll waive my $25,000. You get to keep 100% of your assignment fee, your money, whatever it is. You got $5 grand, you got $3 grand, you got $30 grand. I don't care. You keep it, man. God bless you. Maybe you feed a homeless person in my name, in my daughter's name, in Soraya's name, in my dog's name. Besides that, you keep it, dude. Oh yeah, and give me a photo. That's it. If you're willing to do that, we can make this thing happen, man. And be